Greetings to my fellow watch enthusiasts on YouTube and Facebook and wherever else this video will be seen and shared. Saloon Driver once again, bringing you another watch unboxing and review. Special case on this one. Not my watch. It was loaned to me personally. It's not a tour watch from the Random Rob watch Patreon group, but it is a watch that belongs to Random Rob. Let me explain. A lot of folks on the Random Rob channel that I deal with on a day-to-day basis, talk to them all the time. Guys like Random Rob and others are big G-Shock Square fanboys. I mean that in the most positive way, but I mean they are crazy for G-Shocks, especially any of the metal G-Shocks or the titanium G-Shocks or the camo titanium G-Shocks or any of the myriad special edition G-Shocks. And I felt left out because I never owned a square G-Shock. I saw them on display from time to time, and I looked at them. I even picked a few up. I was really only exposed to the plastic ones, and I never really liked them much. I did own one G-Shock a while ago. It was one of the MTGs, which there's a video of that on the channel. I never warmed up to it, and I sold it pretty much for what I paid for it. But then one G-Shock came out, one of the squares came out, that is affectionately known as the Tron, T-R-O-N, after the movie Tron. I'm old enough to remember the original, but I think the remake also had this grid pattern on it. I should really take this thing out of the box. See, there's the model number right there, GMW 5000, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, get that outer sleeve off, and you can see there's a very nice thick cardboard G-Shock box, which I think is different for this box than there are from regular G-Shock. You can see the grid pattern here is very reminiscent of the Tron movie. That's the inner box, and also in the inner box there's this little mini box of stuff. Your international warranty card, very nice. FCC statement for the, I guess, for the Bluetooth or the radio updating module instruction book, which you really probably don't need, really. And all that's in that sidecar box. So, continuing on with my story, I've never been a G-Shock Square fan, but I did like the look of this particular G-Shock. As I said, it's the G-Shock Tron, and I will show you the hang tag because that has the part number on it. GMW B5000 CS1. Suggested retail price of $800. It's a very nice box. You can see the grid pattern is extended onto the box's interior and onto the pillow, which is really nice. And here's the watch itself. I mean, it is, in the end, a fairly typical G-Shock Square. It's the same measurements as the plastic ones or the titanium ones or the metal ones, or the Bling Master, which is the all gold or all silver. Everyone calls them Bling Masters. But this one kind of appealed to me because I am a sci-fi fan. I like the grid pattern. It gives the watch some character, which I think a lot of the other G-Shocks kind of lack. Maybe the camo ones look pretty good, but those are titaniums, and they're going around, what, $1,500, $1,600, $1,700 last time I looked, which admittedly was a while ago. Whereas this one, fairly reasonably priced, and I like it. I do. It's the first G-Shock Square that I liked. And I was joking around with Rob on his Monday live not podcast, live stream, of which I'm a moderator. Um, and he said, in response to a semi-serious query, that he would be happy to loan this to me to review, because I was considering maybe buying one, but I wanted to put one on and wear it and play with it and see how it functioned as a daily wear kind of watch. So a few days later, this shows up. And on a subsequent live stream, he told me basically that I could keep this thing for a while. He's coming into my state, in my area of my state, to spend part of Christmas time, and that at that time I could give him the watch back. So I have 3-4 months to play with this thing. And I like it. I mean, I like the finish on it. It's got a nice glossy finish. The grid pattern, it appeals to me. It's got a nice clasp, good solid, fold over, lockable, double pusher, milled out clasp. I mean, this is every bit of an $800 watch, even though it's a digital. I mean, they sell these things in some forms for $40 at Walmart. You ain't gonna find this one at Walmart, that's for damn sure. But I've seen them on Amazon for about $800. I've seen them on places like Mimo's, where he's selling them at a lower price. Plus, there's a discount code right there. I mean, I think it's like G-Shock 20 gets you 20% off immediately. So I think these things can be had for around mid 600s, or maybe even lower. So yeah, you're not going to pay $800 for the watch, but it's not a $40 Walmart special or anything. But it really is a nice one. I'm not saying that I'm converted to a G-Shock Square fanboy status, but I am convinced that this particular G-Shock I like. I'm going to put it on here. Luckily, I only had to play with the micro adjusters, so I didn't have to disturb the bracelet too much in case Rob wants it back. You can see on my 7.25-inch wrist, this fits very nicely. I mean, being a square, it doesn't have a lot of overhang on the lugs. I mean, the lug kind of starts right here and here, so you can see it fits very nice across the wrist in the down the barrel shot. And it's wonderfully easy to live with. I mean, the push buttons are, I wish maybe they were a little bit bigger, or maybe a little bit further out from the case. I've set the thing up so that when I move, you can set these up so that when I think it's at 40 degrees relative to your looking at it, the backlight automatically comes on for 4 seconds. That's very convenient, because I like the negative display, but in some realities it's a little hard to read. But most of the time it's very easy to read. It's set up by you can connect these things by Bluetooth to your smartphone. There's an app for the iPhone for almost all the G-Shocks, including this one. You just pick your model and pair it up, and it pairs very easily. I think it probably has one for Android too, although I don't own an Android, so I didn't look that up, and not really worried about it. That's a very nice watch. I'm very happy with this watch. In fact, I'd almost say that if Rob wanted to sell me the watch and the price was right, I'd just go ahead and buy it from him, since I already have the bloody thing. But I haven't asked him yet, so I at least have it until December, and then I'll either give it back to him, or I'll say, hey Rob, how about I throw a little money your way and I get to keep it, or I may get sick of it and send it back to him. I don't know. I don't think I get sick of it, because it's really a nice watch. Let's see if I can remember which one is the mode button. That's not that one. Yeah, see, you can have different time zones. You set alarms. There's your stopwatch. I think this is the start button up here. Nope, light. There's the start button. Start, stop. I think if you hold it in, it resets. Nope, guess not. Maybe it's this button. I didn't read the manual. Yep, it's that button. And then you have, see, the buttons kind of get lost in the case a bit. Then you have a countdown timer. Then you're back to your time, date, day, month, date. I think somehow you can bring up the year as well. You can set the time, day, date, year through your smartphone. Then you don't have to play with it anymore. And it's a solar battery, so on a full charge, you can put it away for like 10 months and it'll still be running. The light's up here, as you can see, and it really brightens the screen up. You can see it lasts for 4 seconds. It's a perpetual as well. I think it's perpetual out to, did I write that down in my notes? Yeah. Perpetual calendar to 2099. So long after we're all dead, this thing will still be running and still be correct. That's kind of nice. Anyway, got my sheet of facts here, so we'll just read this off together so we can all become smarter together. This is the Casio G-Shock Tron. It got that nickname from the grid pattern, as I said before. As I said, the caliber number is GMW B5000CS-1. It is a limited edition, according to Casio. I don't know how many they made. I can't seem to find that information anywhere. Maybe somebody knows in the comments and they can put that down there. It is a full metal square. The case is metal. The bracelet is metal. Everything is metal. It's all stainless steel with a black IP finish. And then they laser etched the grid pattern onto the watch through the IP. Pretty neat. The one downside to this watch is the mineral glass. I figure at $800 suggested retail price, you could have popped for sapphire, guys. Maybe that's available in the aftermarket. I don't know. I didn't bother researching it. But mineral glass in an $800 watch, in my humble opinion, unacceptable. Should have been sapphire. 200-meter water resistance. Solar powered, as I said. Case size, according to Casio, is 49.3 millimeter by 43.2 millimeter by 13 millimeter thick. So, could fit under a long sleeve cuff. Certainly not a dress watch, but could definitely fit under a long sleeve. Let's see. Covers up to 5 time zones. I think Rob had this thing set up for Greenwich or Greenwich, London, Paris, Los Angeles, and New York. Let's see. You can set this thing up to automatically do daylight savings time. It has, as I showed you, stopwatch function, countdown timer function. You can set up to 5 daily alarms on this thing. You can set this thing up to chime on the hour. And as I said, it is a perpetual calendar up to the year 2099, or approximately 70 years from now if we all survive. It is rated at plus minus 15 seconds per month. I have seen 0 deviation in the about a week that I've had this watch. I've seen 0 deviation comparing this to my iPhone in terms of time. I've not paired this thing to my iPhone since I received it, so it's keeping the time on its own unless it's doing something under. I know it has a radio receive capability. The last watch I had with radio time updating could not find a signal inside my house. I had to actually go outside the front door and sit on the porch. So I don't know if this thing is getting radio signals in my house, but it is keeping excellent time, as you would expect out of a quartz module. As you can see, it is a screw-down case back, and it is a solar battery, so no need to be changing batteries. You can see all kinds of information engraved in there. Part numbers, shock resistance, water resistance, more numbers than you can possibly memorize. And as I said, nice bracelet. You get 4 micro adjust ports. Mine's all the way out. I think Rob is losing weight, which is a good thing for him. So I think his wrist is a little smaller than mine at the moment. So being the fat guy that I am, and I didn't want to. I mean, he gave me permission to, take a link out if I had to, but fortunately, I'm not so fat that I didn't have to modify the bracelet. I like this. I really am enthused to find a G-Shock square that I like. So, very happy about it. I'm going to hang on to it as long as Rob will let me. And you know what? I may just email him one day real soon and say, hey, can I buy it off of you? And knowing him and his flipper for life attitude, he may just go ahead and sell that to me. But I at least get to do a video review of it anyway for my channel. So I'm going to wrap it up and put the watch on for a few hours today. So if you enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. Thumbs up does help my channel. It shows that people like the channel and makes it more searchable to the YouTube algorithm. So a thumbs up, always helpful. Comments, questions, suggestions, corrections. If I got something wrong, remember this is my first square. I may have gotten something wrong, I don't know. But put them down in the comment section. I read them all, I respond to them all. But if you're going to spam me, you're going to be a jerk, or you're going to send me idiotic links to dating sites, I'm just going to delete the post so nobody sees it, and I'm going to block you so nobody sees you. That's the way it is. If you're new here to the channel, of course, welcome, welcome, welcome. Glad you're here. Thank you for stopping by. Please, on your way out, click the subscribe button. And when you do, click the bell icon so that when I put up new videos or I go live, which I do at least once a week, maybe even more, you will be notified. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you found it entertaining and informative. I will see you soon.